Hello, welcome to Dungeon Rose Podcast. I'm Rose Justin. So today, I was bored this weekend, so I thought, hey, let's watch some more comic book movies. And this time we're reviewing Thor 2011, which came out in 2011. It's an action fantasy film. It's an hour and 55 minutes. Directed by actor Kenneth Branagh, who was in Tenet. And the movie stars Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Natalie Portman as Jane Foster, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Jamie Alexander as Sif, Idris Elba as Heimdall, Anthony Hopkins as Odin, and you also have you have Tadanobu Asano as Hogan, Ray Stevenson as what was his name again? Volstagg. You got Josh Dallas as Vendrell. They're the Warrior 3. You also have Renee Russo as Frigga, Odin's wife. Comfior, legendary Canadian actor. Comfior plays King Laufey, who is the king of the Frost Giants, which the Frost Giants aren't that big in this movie. I guess it would have been too much of a big deal. You got Jeremy Renner as Clint Barton and Hawkeye. This is his first appearance. And you have Isaac Cappy as Pet Store Clerk, which I was surprised to see him in this movie. And if you don't know who Isaac Cappy is, look him up. So he's put out like a bunch of crazy like conspiracy theory stuff on YouTube. I think I'm missing some. Also, Stan Lee's in the movie as well. And I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Did I say Clark Gregg as Phil Coulson? Oh, and also Stellan Skarsgård is in the movie as well as Professor Selvig, and so is Kat Dennings as Darcy Lewis. Don't know if that's a character from the comics. Which this movie is obviously based off the JMS run of Thor, which is the J. Michael Straczynski. Which J. Michael Straczynski is a good writer. I'm just not a fan of like his writing too much. I do have the first trade of his Thor run. Maybe I'll review it for this channel, right? Which I remembered it being pretty boring. Other than the Thor versus Iron Man fight in that book, where Thor beats the shit out of Iron Man for betraying his friends in Marvel Civil War, which because like Thor wasn't around in Civil War, he was like replaced by a robot built by Reed Richards and I think Henry Pym. I'm not 100% sure. So the movie is basically the origin story of Thor, where he's about to get named king, but in Asgard. But what's up happening is Loki, who made it so like a bunch of frost giants could infiltrate Asgard and try to steal this like item of great power that once belonged to the Frost Giants, but like Odin took it from them, right? And they get destroyed by the destroyer armor, which Loki uses later on in the film to try to kill Thor. And after this, Thor is pissed off because of the Frost Giants like tried to steal some of the relics which hold great power. So he takes his brother Loki and the Warrior 3 and Lady Sif on an expedition to Jotunheim, which is the land of the Frost Giants, for answers, right? Which they end up getting into a big fight with the Frost Giants and King Laufey, which they end up getting rescued by Odin. And because of this, Odin gets so pissed off that he strips Thor of his powers, and he's exiled to Earth, where he meets Jane Foster, who's an astrophysicist, and her two friends, which is Kat Dennings and Stellan Skarsgård. who is the father of Alexander Skarsgård, if people didn't know that, and the goofy-eyed one from It. I forget his name. I think it's Bill Skarsgård. I can't remember. There's like three or four Skarsgård brothers, but only two of them have made it into American films. Well, another one did. He was in I think he was in Kill Your Darlings with his brother, but that's like kind of an obscure movie, which it's okay movie if you ever seen that. Kill Your Darlings, but like you have to deal with Alexander Skarsgård in drag for like most of the movie. I think all the movie, and like the movie starts off with Alexander Skarsgård trying to light himself on fire, but that doesn't work for some reason. Which yeah, if you haven't seen Kill Your Darlings, this is a pretty cool movie. The chick from I forget her name, the actress's name, but like Dexter's girlfriend is in the movie as well. Right. Back to what I was saying. Oh, Idris Elba played Heimdall. I forgot to mention that. So yeah, so what ends up happening is Odin also tosses the hammer Mjolnir into the portal, and like you have this funny scene where a bunch of people, where I forgot to mention, it falls, Thor and the hammer falls in New Mexico, which is the setting of the JMS run, by the way, right? And there's this funny scene where Stan Lee and a bunch of the local rednecks, populace try to get the hammer, but they can't lift it because only those who are worthy can lift Thor's hammer, which which kind of sucks. They meet in the comic books. Steve Rogers was one of the people who could lift Mjolnir, but they never made him Thor. So that would have been when they took away Steve Rogers' title as Captain America. They should have made him the new Thor. Just killed off Thor and give him the hammer. Fuck it. Steve Rogers, God of Thunder. That would have been a fucking awesome title. Fucking Marvel, you suck. You should have done that. Yeah. So like, what ends up happening is like Thor learns humility. Gets to meet his friends who figure out that Loki set up all this bullshit. The Loki sends the destroyer armor to kill Thor and his friends, but because Thor was willing to sacrifice himself to save his friends, he gets the worthy of the hammer again. He gets his powers back. He fights the destroyer armor. He heads back to Asgard, faces off his brother, his brother who's like a secret frost giant, wants to kill all the frost giants to make his father happy, even though his father even said throughout the movie that Odin's asleep, by the way. He's in the Odin sleep, but which is a thing from the comics. But he said in the beginning of the movie that he doesn't want to wipe out the frost giants. So why would Loki think he would make his father proud if he wiped out the frost giants? I don't know. That was kind of dumb. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. There's some fun. Hawkeye's in the movie, by the way, but he's it's only a cameo. He's hardly in the movie, and he doesn't really do anything. Yeah, so I enjoyed the movie. There's some cool action. There's cool CGI. I didn't mind so much the fact that the movie took place mostly on Earth. But you did get to see a little bit of Asgard and Jotunheim, which was cool. And the comedic relief in the movie, I didn't mind so much. I thought it was okay. I really liked the casting for some of the characters. Some of the characters, not too much, but it is what it is. I would who would I like to see as Thor, other than Chris Hemsworth? Because this is a slight nitpick, but I really didn't like his hair in this movie. I thought his hair looked kind of dumb, but whatever. I don't know. And his eyebrows looked weird too. It looked like they dyed his eyebrows. which was, I don't know, his eyebrows looked weird in the movie. But like other than that, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was great. 7 out of 10. I would say it's a 7 out of 10. So I'm gonna check out Dark World. I've never seen that movie. I actually did see this movie back in the day. But what I have a funny story about this movie. Me and my homeless friend, who I didn't know he was homeless at the time, went to see this movie on a Sunday. But we took the bus when I could have, we didn't have driver license back then, so like we could have gotten my mom to fucking take us, but he's like, no, let's just take the bus. So we take the bus, we go to see the movie. We couldn't watch the end of the movie, so like for the longest time I never saw the ending for this movie, right? So we had to leave the movie early because we were going to miss the last bus, right? And so we left the movie early, and it turns out we missed the last bus, the bus anyway, and we had to walk home, which it took like 3 hours for us to get home. Which he happened to live close to where I live, so. Yeah, which his parents apparently kicked him out because, like, I don't want to get into that, but like, it was a thing where, like, well, I knew his sister, me and his sister worked at the same place. Apparently, he was lying about being homeless, but it's like, I don't know, dude. Who knows, right? But like, yeah, we had to walk like 3 hours because my mom at the time wasn't answering her phone. And we didn't want to get a taxi because we didn't have any cash. So like we ended up, and like Uber wasn't a thing back then. And we ended up taking like 3 hours to get home. And throughout the walk there, I had to keep him from trying to go into people's backyards to steal bikes. I had to stop him from stealing bikes. He's like, dude, let's just steal some bikes. And I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm not gonna steal. We just got back from watching a superhero movie, and you want to do a criminal act. What the fuck? Yeah, so I was able to convince him not to steal bikes. Especially, I didn't want him to do it because, like, I would have had to walk home by myself while he rode off, and like I wouldn't have known how to get back home. It's funny how the mall is like a 15-minute drive from home, but then that equals like a 3-hour walk. It's like, God fucking damn it. Yeah, so that was the end of this movie review. I hope you liked my review. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't subscribe if you don't like my content. Because, like, all the dead subs on this channel is making me look bad, okay? I'm happy at where we're at for the subs. So, alright guys, make sure to check out my playlist. If you like comic reviews, I have like Marvel. I have all my comic reviews separated by DC, Marvel, and non-DC Marvel, where I review like Dark Horse, Image, Dynamite, like the smaller publishers. I also have a playlist called Comic Book Movie Reviews, so also check that out. If you're into anime and manga, I got playlists for that. And if you're into tokusatsu, I also got some tokusatsu reviews. So that's it for this review. Peace.